Morning power up call. This is going to be a quick one. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a simple lesson for you guys to start thinking about in your day-to-day life. Looks like the audio is working. Looks like you guys are refreshing. Looks like you guys are making it in. Let's start talking about what's going on the campus today, tomorrow, the next couple of days, and let's talk about this lesson, this idea of gratitude, the dichotomy of gratitude, and why it's a tricky concept for some people. So, as far as things that are going on today, we have a live copy review. So at 2 p.m., which is about 5 hours from now, 2 p.m. my time, that is, we're going to do a live copy review. I'm going to go live. I'm going to review 5 students' copy in depth, and I'm going to answer your guys' questions as we go through it. So if we're breaking down a DIC email, you guys can ask me questions about DIC emails. So I'm going to give you insights. If we're breaking down a sales page and you have questions about headlines, I'm going to be doing that. Like anything you basically have questions about, we're going to cover it today in today's copy review call. It's an excellent opportunity for you guys to, it's a very good opportunity for you guys to get in, and I'm going to handle this question here in a second. It's a great opportunity for you guys to get in and get questions directly to me. I mean, it's fun to ask me in the Ask Professor Andrew channel and answer everything in there, but it's really fun to ask me live because I can look at your face and I can give you some answers. I can get more of the context right there live, and it's usually a really, really great that's a really, really good way to go about it. So, definitely a 10. I'll be announcing the lucky 5 here in like 10 minutes after this call. And then obviously they'll get on. But even if you don't get selected, which most of you won't, even if you don't get selected, it's a great opportunity to learn how I think about copy, how you can think about your copy, and how to make sure that your stuff is at the top level. It's a great call to be on. So doing that today, 2 p.m., be there. I'll have the announcements again inside of the announcements channel, inside the live call review channel and stuff like that. So keep an eye on the chats. Now, real quick, it looks like somebody has a question about they were banned from HU because of a group chat with an IG stuff. Yeah, talk to support about that. They'll get you taken care of. Yeah, we'll get you taken care of, man. Just message support. They'll get you taken care of. So meanwhile, you're here on the call. So let's talk about some stuff. So let's talk about gratitude. Now, no, it's all good. Just like I said, he didn't have any bad intentions, giving his IG. Hey, it's all good. These things happen. Message support, they'll get you taken care of. No worries. So yeah, let's get back to the call. Let's get back to the idea, gratitude. Now, when I tease this, I said that this gives me a competitive advantage, and it's 1,000% true. Competitive advantage comes from being grateful, from being, let's call it happy, for lack of a better term. Now, let's imagine you're a prospect and you're getting an email, or you're hopping on a sales call with a guy. If he is happy, obviously, if he's bubbly, giddy, goofy, you don't really want to talk to him. But if he's a happy person, he's got a light in his eyes, he's got a smile on his face, chances are that's going to improve his likability and the desire you have to interact and be with this person, right? If you're writing from a guy who is bummed out, I mean, it's one thing to be like angry. Like you can have high energy, let's say, high angry energy. And that's like that can work. But for the most part, if you're reading copy from someone who's happy, you're going to be more likely to listen to what that person is saying, right? Like if you're writing from the point of view or the energy of being happy and moving forward with gratitude, like you're going to have a competitive advantage. Now, this is a tricky concept for a lot of people to handle because chasing happiness itself is a bad idea, right? Like just trying to chase, because when you hear that, most people think chasing pleasure. So they think just like doing goofy like stuff that the world tells you to do to try and be happy, hedonism is the answer to that. And that's really not the way to go about it. There's something else. It's closer to gratitude than happiness, right? It's closer to gratitude than pleasure. So if you're a copywriter and you take some time to reflect on your life and think about the good things that you have, think about your family, your relationships, even if those are terrible. And no matter what situation you're in, there's a chance and an opportunity for you to find some level of gratitude in, right? And if you could find that gratitude and tap into it, gives you a power, right? It gives you a superpower. It gives you the ability to inject energy and inject a smile into your writing, inject that I don't know what you call it, that little vibrant hum that exists when you read good copy, when you read stuff that moves you, you can feel that, right? And again, like I said, most people, when they think about that, they try and go about it by watching like cat videos or like goofy hedonism stuff, right? Where they just run around drinking, party and stuff like that. And that's not really the way to do it. The way to develop this happiness, the way to develop this gratitude is to earn it, right? It's to do hard things and then reward yourself for doing hard things, right? When you guys finish your daily checklist, you should reward yourself by doing something that makes you smile, right? A lot of people, they get into this and they pendulum swing. They go from like pure hedonism to like, I must be a robot slave and I'm all emotions are bad, and double down on just working and grind. Like, that's cool, man. Like, you got to work, you got to grind. And like, yeah, 90% of the time I'm working. I'm sitting there actively creating content, actively building stuff, actively answering questions, actively producing output, right? But I'm happy while I do it. And when I'm done, I reward myself by doing fun stuff. I go hop in my car and drive really fast, legally, of course, through some cool mountain back roads. I do the desert. I go on adventures with my kids. I do fun things. I do things that make me smile. I listen to Dancing in the Moonlight and goofy dance around, have a smile on my face, happy, right? And when I sit down to write, when I sit down to communicate, when I sit down to reach out to clients and work with them, I've got a smile on my face. Not because I'm goofy, but because I'm grateful for my wonderful life. And that gives me an ability to persuade and influence that most people don't have, because they're sad people, because they're doing things that make them sad. They're doing things that hurt themselves, and they're not working hard to earn stuff. If you work hard, earn stuff, avoid doing things that are designed to hurt you, like all the goofy, like the worthless stuff that's on your phone, right? All the worthless stuff that like the world is pushing you to. If you avoid all of that and just do good things, work hard and earn good rewards and treat yourself to a good time when you've earned it, you'll have a smile on your face. You'll be more powerful, and you'll be able to influence people in a more positive light, because they want to be like you. They want to feel that, right? Look at anybody who's able to influence you on a serious level, right? Every single one of them has that little, they might not be smiling all the time, but they've got that little thing of life, that little tendril, that little vibrant hum of happiness and positivity at the baseline of what they're doing, right? They might be angry. They might use some heated language, let's say, for like at different times. Again, there's a way to mix this in with a lot of different emotions. But that undercurrent of I am happy, I am positive, I am doing well, it kind of, you can always just feel it in those people, right? It's that feeling of affluence, that feeling of abundance, that feeling of positivity. And I think it comes from gratitude, right? And you are more grateful when you work hard to earn things. So guys, when you finish your daily checklist, reward yourself. Do something fun. Do something that's going to make you smile. Do something good and productive in your life. Be happy. Choose to be happy. Listen to music that makes you happy. Don't listen to things that make you sad or upset or depressed. That's again, if you look at what the world tries to do to people, the Matrix or whatever you want to call it, it's trying to force people down to the sad, weak, depressed little hole of a life, right? Do hard things, earn good rewards, and choose to be happy. And you win. You win because of your mind, right? A good book that helped me with this when I was a kid growing up. And again, I don't really recommend too many books, because a lot of you guys would tend to just read books instead of doing work. But one of the books you should read if you have some time, maybe as a reward after finishing your daily checklist today, because it is a short book, is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. That guy was a stud. He was a German, I think he was a psychologist, Jewish guy. During World War, I think he was German. He was captured by the Nazis. He was Jewish. He was at all the concentration. He was in Auschwitz. He was in another concentration camp. Had all of his friends die. Went through a terrible, terrible life. But he found a way to find meaning and tap into that vein of positivity, and it helped him survive and helped him build an amazing life during his time in the concentration camp and out of it. Sure, it suffered. It was difficult, and he didn't like it. Obviously, he wouldn't want to be in the concentration camp, but he found a way to find that tendril of positivity and grab a hold of it, and that sustained him, right? And I want you guys to do that too, because it's going to help you be better copywriters. Some of you, like, you can't be a masochist about this. You can't be like self-flagellating or like hurting yourself because you're not there yet. Like, work your way there, but be happy. People at the top want people to come up. They don't like miserable poor people. That's why they fly first. That's why I fly first class. I like to fly first class because it means I don't have to sit by some miserable, angry person in the back. I don't need any of that negativity in my life, right? I don't want it. I want to sit up front where everyone's cool, calm, relaxed with a smile on their face, right? That's where I fly, right? For that very reason, the people you're reaching out to, the affluent clients you are looking to work with, they don't need any kind of negativity in their life. They just want happy positivity. They want a guy who can show up with a smile on his face, do a lot of hard work, and make them a lot of money and build some cool results and help them have a larger impact. That's what they're looking for. And if you can show up with the right energy, that's a big step towards the right thing. So don't be goofy. Don't be giddy. Don't go too far. Don't pendulum swing too far to the extreme. But find ways to reward yourself and be happy. If you've earned a reward, take a reward. If you've earned something, like, spend some time with your family. Spend time with people you care about. Spend time with your friends. Smile and laugh as a reward for doing the hard work, guys. because you're going to be able to go through life much better. It's not about being a robot. It's about being a genuinely happy, positive person who, when the difficulties come along, can just glide over them and work his way through them, happy with a smile on his face, because you're going to win that way. It gives you a competitive advantage. I wouldn't tell you this if it just made you feel better. This helps you win. The guy who fights with a smile on his face wins. My friends, it's been a good call. I'm excited. I'm very excited to talk with you guys and do the copy review call later today. A lot of you guys have been asking about the legions, when they're coming back. How long are we doing Chaos Week? Chaos Week is basically growing into new chaos structure. This isn't really chaos anymore. We have a structure. We have a structure of chats that follow. We haven't done Legion yet. We haven't broken up into legions. We may or may not do that. But I might change some names around, do some things in there. But like basically the structure that we have right now is what the structure is going to be like for some time. Once the boot camp is released and we have some additional resources, I'll be pointing you guys to. Might change the structure again, but for now, the structure is the structure, right? Work with the structure, use it. I'm excited to talk to you guys on tomorrow's Power Up Call. Excited to talk to you guys tonight. It's been a good call. I'll talk to you guys again later. Let's go get it. Talk to you guys later.